University of Phoenix is transfer friendly. And when you transfer in 12 to 60 credits, you're eligible for up to a $3,000 scholarship. Because friends do the little things that can change oh no to oh yeah. Get started at phoenix.edu.
I'm similar to the thriller in Manila. Honeys call me bigger, the condom filler. Whether it's stiff tongue or stiff dick, Biggie squeeze it to make shit fit. Now check this shit, I got the pack of Rough Riders in the back of the Pathfinder. You know the epilogue by James Todd Smith. I get swift with the lyrical gift. Hit you with the dick, make the kidney shift. Here we go, but I'm not domino. I got the funk flow to make your drawers drop slow. So recognize the dick size in these Coincatch jeans. I wear 13s, know what I mean? I fuck around and hit you with the Hennessy dick. Mess around and go blind, don't get to see shit. The next batter, here to shatter your blatter, it doesn't matter. Skinny or fat or light skinned or black, baby, I drop these. Beneath with my me, screaming, I poppy. I love it when they call me Big Pop, but I only smoke blunts if they roll prop. But look, I got ya caught up with the drunk flow. Fuck taekwondo, I told a fofo. For niggas getting mad cause they bitch chose me. A big black motherfucker with G. You see, all I do is separate the game from the truth. Big bang boots from the Bronx to Bolivia. Getting physical like Olivia Newt. Tricks up my click dick all day with no trivia. So give me a bankroll and a bag of weed. I'm guaranteed to fuck her till her nose bleed. Even if the new man's a certified Mac, you get that H down in you. You want that old thing back? B-I-double-T-I-E with some new R-U-L-E. Notorious, known for busting in your E-Y-E. Baby, baby, bitches know they love to hate me. I come, you come, we come, live back some maybe. How close we came to coming together is crazy. How come you and your sis make similar faces? When y'all come and y'all be crying like I'm killing y'all bitches. I know there's a bigger picture than the camera rolling. Cause I don't think y'all be knowing how this shit's unfolding. Back shots to the rear, got the Mac unloading. Gotta reload like every so often. Saying I got my swagger back. I'm looking like bitch, my swagger never left. Don't be so hard pressed to be impressed by these new rappers. They actors and the fact is, you want that old thing back. Scarface and Bushwick, Willie D, having nightmares of girls killing me. She mad because what we had didn't last. I'm glad because her cousin let me hit the ass. Fuck the past, let's dwell on the 500 SL, the E and J and ginger ale. The way my pockets swell to the rim with Benjamins. Another hunt's in the crib, please send it in. I fuck non-stop, lick my lips a lot. Used to lick the clips a lot, but licking clips has to stop. Cause y'all don't know how to act when the tongue go down below. Peep the funk flow, really go. I got the cleanest, meanest penis. You never seen this, stroke of genius. So take off your Tim boots and your bodysuit. I mean the spandex, and hit my man next. Sex get rougher when they come to the nut buster. Pussy crusher, black nasty motherfucker. I don't chase them, I replace them. And if I'm caressing them, I'm undressing them. Fuck what you heard, who's the best in New York? Fulfilling fantasies without that nigga Mr. Raw. Or tattoo, I got you wrapped around my dick. And when I'm done, I got the split shit.
What's up, everybody? Happy Monday. A couple quick announcements before I get things going. I will not be live streaming Wednesday or Friday this week. I'll actually be out of town for a friend's wedding. Fortunately, the market has been doing anything, so good time to go on vacation. Hopefully, or not really vacation. I'm in the wedding, so I'm gonna be busy, but hopefully, market doesn't do a whole lot. The other announcement. So we've been running the final tests of the trading bot with Blowfin. For those of you that were using the trading bot, we originally pulled it off Coincatch just because their algorithm was a little bit confusing. They needed to fix a couple things, and to be honest with you, I didn't want you guys to take losses because of technical difficulties. Because look, it's a bot. It wins 56% of the time, about 53 to 55% of the time. It's going to take losses, and I want to avoid taking losses that aren't due to the bot. And the only way to do that was to move it to a different exchange until Coincatch is officially ready. The good thing about Blowfin is they'll have the smart copy trading system, or smart copy trading option. So everything will be way easier to set up. There's not going to be some crazy mathematical formula you got to worry about. Nothing wild. It'll trade to my risk. You just set your own leverage, if you even want to use leverage. And yeah, so that should be going live by the end of the month. There will be a link in the YouTube chat. There's one in the Discord as well. You get 15% off fees. I know I was telling you guys all month, don't sign up yet. If you sign up now, you get 15% off fees. And then all those people that sign up, basically throughout the end of the month, we're going to do another promotion on top of that, where you'll get another like 10 to 15% off fees. So you'll get like 25% off for the first couple months. And then after that, it'll be 15% for life. So if you're seeing that and you sign up, you're like, oh, I'm only getting 15. That's to make the back end work easier, because it's easier to apply a promotion to everybody than it is to go in and make individual changes to everyone's percentage off. So hopefully that helps. Super excited for the bot. Like I said, we've been testing it, and everything is going as smooth as possible. We haven't had really any issues. We're just going to get the final integrations done and then probably get it out to you guys. I've been testing a couple different accounts, and everything's been running exactly how the bot's supposed to run. So more on that when it's ready, but I thought I'd give you guys just a little information, keep you in the loop. Today's going to be a quick day. I've been building furniture for the last 3 hours, and I'm just like cooked. Right? Don't build furniture. It sucks. So yes, sir, when you ask how it's going, it's going well. I'm just, wow, building furniture sucks. I had like a freaking manual like this big and like 1,000 different pieces of wood. And I was building a girlfriend got a new vanity. You know, being the nice guy I am, I was like, yeah, I'll build it. You know, no problem. And it really wasn't that hard. It's just tedious. It's like building a Lego set. I figured it'd only take like 30 minutes. No, it took like 3 hours. Yeah, not fun. What's up, Taddy? How's it going? Ahmed, how's it going, man? My live chat button finally works so I can send chats back. I'm like cooked, this dude. I just am. Like, I've been staring at a manual all day. What's up, Dorian? Yeah, just, you know, you do anything for like 4 or 5 hours, and you're just cooked. You're like, I'm done. Like, I hate reading. I had this. The thing is, it's like a manual. And there are no words. It's just pictures. Like, this screw goes here, and everything is labeled, and it's got a number, and they're like little pictures. So you got to like pick up the manual like right next to your face. Just a giant pain in the ass. I like DIY stuff. But damn, manual is just such a pain. I feel like my brain's fried just because I had to put the paper like right next to my face to see what went where and what did what. What's up, Cole? How's it going, man? Nice to see you here. All right, two real building furniture is literal worst. Yeah, I looked at her like she was gone. She came back and like I was pretty much done. And she was like, oh, like, thank you and everything. And I was like, dude, don't ever buy some of this shit online ever again. Like next time we're going to the furniture store and we're just buying it, putting it in the back of my truck and taking it back to the house. Like that's just what we're doing next time. But all right, today's going to be quick. I apologize in advance for being quick, but I'll be honest with you, market really hasn't been that exciting. Honestly, I would much rather be in a bear market than this sideways, boring-ass market. I mean, other than stocks, crypto hasn't done anything. For 6 months, we haven't made a decisive move. More on that later. S&P. My only issue is it looks like we're trying to make a double top at the moment. My only counter to that is the NASDAQ and the Dow Jones look fine-ish. They look like the Dow has consolidated. Looks like it's sorted divergences. I mean, unless we put in a weak high and quickly come down and we have another bearish divergence, which is possible, but I think we just went sideways and now we're ready to continue. The NASDAQ, I would personally like to see move sideways before up. I don't want to see it just strictly move up. Now, if it does move up, that's not a huge issue, but I'd like to see something like this, where we get a nice, clean sideways, bring volatility back. You open Bollinger Bands, and our Bollinger Bands are pretty spread apart. It'd be nice to bring some volatility back so we get a more confident move upwards rather than just like a distributive fake out. Because like right now, the S&P, you open up Bollinger Bands, and again, very wide here. Right? I'd like to see this kind of form this range, bring these bands in, build that volatility, and then send higher. But I mean, nothing looks necessarily bearish. And I know we go over these, and for a lot of you, you get bored. It's a weekly chart, but the whole point of this is looking at the market at a macro level. Like I do trade lower time frames here and there, but we're right now determining like a macro sentiment. It's still bullish, right? We're still looking at a macro bullish market. The dollar we've hit spot on. You guys know a couple months ago, called for the double top, broke down, retested, now we're continuing to 101. Probably find a little bit of support at 101. If we broke down, that would be even more bullish for everything. Yeah, the crypto market is like, do something. Yeah, it's been like that for like 6 months. It's been brutal. Get yourself some good rest. Yeah, that's the other thing. I tried to sleep last night and get like good sleep. Like I went to bed early. I'm like, I just need like 10 hours. Like this whole weekend, I didn't sleep well. So I was like, I just need like 10 hours. I just need a, crazy catch up on sleep. And I didn't get any of that last night. I had one or both dogs in the room asking to go outside. I don't know why. Like, I don't know if they had stomach aches or what, but it felt like every other hour I had a dog coming in, waking me up to go outside. It was a big pain in the ass. Okay, Streamlabs has the copy trading system. It's actually on, we're going to do it on Blowfin first, not Coincatch, so ignore that comment for right now. If you're interested in using it, and I've given plenty of data for it, there's a whole data strip in my Discord for it. You can check that out. It's going to be through Blowfin first, then we're going to move it to Coincatch once they're ready at the end of the quarter. I'm just now seeing that pop up on my side. But yeah, dollar. I mean, everything looks macro bullish. It's still amazing to me that Bitcoin isn't just sending. Tether. Now, I do have a couple issues with Tether. We are hopping right above resistance. What was resistance, right? Support, resistance. Now we're kind of flipping it. Could definitely go higher, but my thing is the dollar is bearish. Stocks are very bullish. Tether, I mean, I know we kind of broke above, but this giant wick means that there's still a lot of selling pressure, which means there's a lot of buying pressure with Bitcoin. When the SPX goes up and crypto is stuck, but the SPX goes down, crypto also goes down, isn't that a weakness? Yes, it is a weakness. It means that there's no liquidity in crypto at the moment. It means that really crypto is being driven by outside factors, almost. Like, if you haven't noticed, for the last several months, the only time Bitcoin moves is when there's a news-related event. And news-related event could mean Trump's assassination attempt. Could be Trump winning those swing states before Kamala became a potential candidate now. It could be anything news related. That's what's moving the market, and it's absurd. I mean, it's hard to trade. I mean, I'll be honest with you, it's now becoming harder to make analysis because the market's not even following analytics. It's just moving off of FOMC and Jerome Powell talking, and are we going to get a rate cut, and what's the news like? And don't get me wrong, the markets move off news, and that's been a thing. But when they only move off fundamentals and only are moving off news, it's just kind of ridiculous. Like if you go to Bitcoin and you look at the last several days, nothing has happened. And this has been a common theme for the last 6 months. Like, it's like you don't even get a setup anymore. It's just nothing, Trump's assassination, righty? Okay, yes, we did get a double top up here, and maybe that was a technical time to take a trade. But now we're getting, big pump after a large dump, which is expected, right? We get that bounce. We bounce, nothing. And I believe there's 2 events this week. Don't remember what they are, but we'll either pump or we'll dump based on the results of those. And there's really no way to tell which way you're going. Any thoughts on Bitcoin SPX chart? So my crazy thing is Bitcoin and S&P were running in tandem for a good while. Here, let me pull this up. Like Bitcoin and the S&P were basically doing the same thing up until this point. Up until April, we were basically doing the same thing. And I guess we kind of were, but if you notice, S&P kept making highs. Bitcoin is making lower highs. Right? And not to mention, I guess to bring that up, I guess that's where we're seeing the weakness, right? SPX is making higher highs. But it's just weird. Like, why for the last 2 years was it in tandem, making highs together, continuously breaking out and doing great? And now we're just seeing a massive weakness between what Bitcoin and the S&P are doing. Now, I will say, right, S&P went up, Bitcoin went up, and I guess it kind of had that downward move first. I mean, this whole period, it's not even following it really that well, because here the S&P dumped and Bitcoin bottomed and went back up, found a local high, dumps, now the S&P goes back up. So kind of an uncorrelation, very, very weird. When for the last 2 years, you look at this chart, everything went together. Right. I mean, maybe because we had such a large upward move due to the ETF, now we're consolidating back down and kind of coming back to where the SPX was in terms of value. Maybe that's why. But it's just funny. We were in so much, everything pretty much lined up, and now you're seeing a huge difference. Gotta type in Bitcoin USD. No, I know. I know what you mean. I wanted to see this first. Gotta type. I don't see. Being like this? I'm not gonna. You see the disparity, though. That's kind of my point. Fed Minutes Wednesday, Jackson Hole on Friday, where Jay Powell speaks. Yeah, so probably not going to get any movement. And unfortunately, that's right when I leave. You're good, just hit enter. Oh, okay, so that's actually what you want to do. Okay, hold on. You just hit enter and it. Oh, I see. It keeps it. I see what you mean. Wait, no, I don't see what you mean. Yeah, I don't. So am I supposed to be looking at this purple? Yes, okay. So not we're basically gonna get a nothing week until. That's great. So awesome. It'll just be boring all week like it has been. Pretty absurd. All right, let me. There we go. Let me let's keep trucking along. Like I said, I'm just gonna keep today quick. I mean, for the last 4 weeks, we've essentially done nothing. It has been abnormally boring, and really for the last 6 months, guys, we haven't had a decisive move. Like I know intra trading, right? We've had some, breakdowns of support and resistance, however you want to draw it. But on a weekly and macro scale, we have done nothing for 6 months. I mean, I guess you could argue like, okay, we're in this very small downtrend, but 6 months ago we were at 60K and now we're at 60K again. Right? Price hasn't really broken all-time highs considerably. It hasn't broken down considerably. It's just kind of hanging around in this purgatory state. Pretty wild. You got to turn those indicator guys off, then you back your normal. Oh, okay. I'll play around with it later and I'll bring it up. Maybe make a tweet or something. I do like the side-by-side comparison rather than the one chart, I'll be honest. We need even the daily, guys. We've done nothing. And this is kind of where I wanted to spend my time, is actually the 4 hour. So I usually don't do this. I don't post trade setups. Frankly, for a number of reasons. One, there's many people on Twitter that'll see you post a trade setup. They don't understand your risk metrics, and they just go like balls to the wall. And before the trade even gets close to invalidation, they'll get like stopped out and they yell at you and all this. The other reason is I like to have one place where all my trades are, and that's Discord. That's for all the patrons. We follow the trade. I can provide timely updates. I can provide a full summary of the trade and all the information. And all these people can ask questions and ping me and just a lot easier to manage. So what I'm looking at, and again, it's a little funky, but I am looking at this inverted head and shoulders. And the only reason it really caught my eye is because of the 1 hour. And now I'm actually starting to take it back, and I think we could retest 58K again. But this morning, and I want you guys to follow along for a minute. So the 4 hour, we have this potential inverted head and shoulders thing. We have a neckline at 60K. We've got a left shoulder head and a right shoulder. It's not the cleanest inverted head and shoulders, but it looks pretty solid. So on the 4 hour, we were here, right? You go to the 1 hour. When I made the call for longs, we are long, we had this. We had bullish divergence on the 1 hour. So we have a potential reversal pattern on the 4 hour. We have bullish divergences on the 1 hour. Generally, that means we're at least going to see a bounce. Well, if we bounce, right, and you go back to the 4 hour, and again, none of this green stuff has happened yet. You have the 1 hour, and you're saying, okay, we're probably going to bounce. If we bounce, let's say we bounce and just continue upwards. I'm going to remove this. Say we bounce based on the 1 hour, we just bounce, right? We bounce, let's just say to there. I could be lower, could be higher, whatever it is. Look what we now have. We have a confirmed reversal pattern. As long as volume doesn't look like this, of course. There's a lot of different factors here. And again, this is why I don't share trade setups on Twitter. That's why I do it on Discord. Is there a chance to see 30 again? I doubt it. I mean, look, at the end of the day, there's a possibility we see 30K. I'd put it at a very low possibility, but there is a possibility. I just don't see it happening with M2 increasing and the global money supply also increasing. Like, liquidity's high. Just doesn't make sense to see like some catastrophic failure. I think really what's going to happen is unexpectedly, we're going to see money shift from the S&P 500 into Bitcoin, right? Where there's like a liquidity swap. Because if you think about crypto, and this is just intra-crypto, right? You have like Bitcoin pumps first, then that money goes to Ethereum, and then essentially that money then goes to alts, and you have alt season, right? And then that money goes back to dollars, right? And then we go through a bear market. I've wrote this 100 times. I'm sorry I'm being lazy. But what I'm thinking is, what if there's like a bigger version of this kind of like money cycle, right? And it goes SPX. Then that money goes to risky assets like Bitcoin, then to Ethereum, then to alts. You have alt season, then back to dollar, and we have that bear market. Just something to think about. So I think, although S&P is doing great and Bitcoin's not doing the greatest, right? I think we're just waiting for that liquidity swap. But anyways, back to the 4 hour. On a scale of 1 to 10, how likely I think this reversal is going to play out, I'd probably give it a 6 out of 10. I'm not super confident. I'm not in with a super large amount. Look, if we break 60K, I'll add more to the trade. Currently in at 57. No, sorry, 58,000, like 50? Wherever this 1 hour candle closed. Because I made the call, I was like, hey guys, make sure you wait for this 1 hour close so we can make sure that we have the actual divergence. So wherever this closed, 58,045, so 58,050. If you guys are ever wondering, like, how do you make trades? How do you find confluence? This is how you do it. If the 4 hour has something potential, well, then you start looking at maybe a 1 hour. And you say, okay, where could I look to enter, or where could I find invalidation in this trade? Obviously, the invalidation would be below support where that left shoulder is. But even though we dipped below support here, right, we dipped all the way down to 57.9. We have bullish divergence that forms. And to be fair, we've seen time and time again where we actually deviate through support. And I don't even know if I'd call this a deviation because we didn't put a lower low in. You put the ultimate low in there, and you actually have a bounce here, a bounce here, a bounce here, almost a bounce here, like this was front ran. So just something to think about. That's the current trade we're in. That's what we're tracking. I'll be honest with you. I do think we're going to come back down to like 58.5 to 58K, and that's purely based on price action. You've got volume trickling down. This is a very weak stair step move up. Any of these events this week could just elevate her down. And that's kind of where I'm like, I don't know if the trade's going to play out. We're either stop losses are break even or they're in slight profit. And look, if we dip below that point, or sorry, my stop loss, let's say my stop loss is break even, so right where my line is I drew here, we do something like that, like I don't care, because I can't control this market that's being that's really moving just based off fundamentals. Very, very annoying. It was a lot more fun when this market moved off technicals, which was like a year ago. Or not even a year ago, like 6 months ago. Really until the ETF came into play. Ever since the ETF movement happened, we just haven't really done anything. Yeah, you close your long up from 58.2. Yeah. It just looks like weakness. It looks like, look, the bounce from the 1 hour is playing out. And I bet if you go to like a 15-minute, we haven't really quite gotten divergences yet, but it just looks weak. Volume's going down, weak upward move. I mean, I feel like we've seen this time and time again where we get this kind of like stair-steppy move, and then while everyone's asleep, bam, right? Elevator back down, right to where we started. I mean, a great example is this. You're stair-stepping up slowly, and then just bam. Right? And I believe this came off of news again. That was what, FOMC? Or no, that was inflation. That was CPI, I believe. Right? Wasn't that CPI last week? Could be. Yeah, there really is no momentum. May get to 60.2. Yeah, it could. I'll probably close my long tonight, to be honest. I just don't really trust it. Yeah, but after the halving, like generally nothing happens for a little while. And to be fair, we did. And guys, you have to remember we are still outperforming all cycles to date. Like all prior cycles, we're sitting, what is it, like 20% off all-time highs? Almost less than 15% off all-time highs. Pretty remarkable. Real quick, I'm going to cover Bitcoin dominance and call it a day, guys. I as much as I'd love to look at some of these alts, until I get a better read from Bitcoin dominance that looks rather strong, even though we're sitting in resistance, the daily hasn't given any signs of slowing down. In the weekly, yes, we're at resistance, so we have to be careful. But you look at this daily, and, you know, honestly, you're forming, not only are you forming, you know, you went up, consolidating to go higher, you're also getting that bullish divergence here between the last two lows. It's not like there's a reversal pattern on the 4 hour. To me, this just looks like a nice, clean, choppy correction to go higher. Like you're almost looking at a bull flag. Hi, Roman. What are signs that shows you we're about to lift or when we're about to have a blow off top? I don't know about a blow off top, but all right, I want to take that back. I guess for a blow off top, like if you see everyone and their mother, like you have to kind of look at news for that and like sentiment. Like if everyone and their mother is getting extremely bullish and price just keep pushing higher and higher and higher and everyone's getting euphoric, probably going to have a blow off top. Right? When everyone starts buying after a massive green move, probably going to have a blow off top. I would imagine. It's kind of like the day old saying, like, flock opposite the herd. When everyone starts getting bullish, probably exit. Signs that show you we're about to lift. You know, usually if there's some solid reversal, usually you move upwards when no one expects it, but generally there are signs of reversal there. Yeah, extreme greed as well. That's a good one. But yeah, you know, guys, I'm probably going to end it there. There's just not a whole lot going on. I did want to share, again, you missed it. We are eyeing this inverted head and shoulders. Again, I don't really share trade setups, so I do share them with patrons. Like, my patrons were alerted at 58K on the dot. Hey, we're looking at this trade setup. We're going to enter this trade setup. Here's the risk metrics. Here's the reasons for entering. Here's why I'm entering, when I'm entering due to the hour one divergence, so on and so forth. So if you're interested in that stuff, go see Patreon. If not, you know, whatever. But I just know that I don't share these trade setups. I kind of talk about them on stream like I'm doing now. But again, I stream at 5 p.m. Eastern. So if that setup isn't there, I'm not going to be able to talk about it before it happens. And just like lastly, if you missed the first couple minutes, we are in the final testing of the trading system or bot on Blowfin. If you need to see data for it, I have it posted in my Discord. Just go check it out. There's a link in my Discord. I haven't tweeted anything yet for 15% off fees for life with Blowfin. That'll help exponentially with just saving you money on trading fees if you use the bot. Again, you'll make money with the bot, but you'll make more with the percentage off fees. We're also going to run another 10% off that 15%. So make sure you sign up. You'll get that promotion. Once a quarter, I'll probably do like a 30% off fee discount just to, you know, keep you guys incentivized. All right, guys, I'm going to end it there. Unfortunately, I will not see you Wednesday or Friday. I will be out of town. With all that said, be patient users.